And, you know, of course, it's not only Asian companies which are being targeted by these hackers. Just ask Google. Last week, the internet search giant revealed an attempted hack originating in China into the Gmail accounts of US government officials.
The widening of these attacks shows that large corporations doing business internationally are especially at risk, and that has prompted the U.S. to speak up. Well, the Commerce Department wants U.S. companies with an online presence to boost their cyber security.
Now, for more on this and how we can all best protect ourselves, let's talk to Raj Samani, Vice President and Chief Technical Officer for Europe, the Middle East and Africa at the security software company McAfee. Thanks for coming in. Given the hacking scandals, whether they're games consoles, whether it's Google, whether it's corporate networks, the hackers always seem to be one step ahead of you guys. Do you agree?
Well, no. You know, let's be perfectly honest. What hackers do is they go after where the money is. So what we're actually seeing is a shift in, you know, traditional crime or traditional criminals moving away from physical crime and actually moving into cybercrime. So it is a cat and mouse game, and you know, we work very hard to make sure that we stay ahead of them.
What's the biggest challenge for you right now?
Well, I think the volume of threats are going up dramatically. I mean, we're seeing 60,000 new malware samples each and every single day. That's quite staggering. And also the complexity of the threats are really quite, you know, they're getting a lot cleverer, they're getting a lot smarter as well. So, you know, we really have to sort of be on our game to make sure we protect everybody.
And everybody's a target. Businesses, regular Joes like me using my computer at home.
It's an ecosystem. So effectively, you know, your computer at home could potentially be used to target and attack, you know, major multinationals. So everybody is connected in this world, and you're right, every single person is a target.
And who actually are the attackers? Obviously, you've got the crooks out there who are desperately trying to steal people's credit card details, personal information, but it's not just a whole load of people trying to get that sort of money. People are doing it for fun, because they can.
There, you know, you have absolutely. I mean, you have a range of different people with varying different sort of motivations. So you'd have people sort of going after it from a sort of cost perspective, you know, trying to make money from it. But then you also get people who may get upset with certain things. So we saw recently there was the whole WikiLeaks scenario and WikiLeaks scandals, whereby companies were being attacked just because actually they offended other people.
What's the best way of protecting oneself from these criminals?
So protection is actually, you know, a number of factors. So first of all, you know, make sure that you have the appropriate security on your computer, but actually, you know, things like common sense. I mean, you know, the story that I would always give my friends are, you know, if you go to a party and somebody approaches you and says, look, you know, I'm a retired general, you know, I have $200 million, can I have your bank account details? You'd never say yes, would you, in real life? But why do people hit yes, you know, when an email comes in? You know, so protection, but also, you know, common sense.
And to what extent do corporations have to be more savvy about the threat?
Corporations have to be very savvy because, you know, having a cyber threat will potentially impact the bottom line of a company. So what we're talking about now is we're talking about, you know, losing the faith and confidence of customers.
Now, we're moving into a new arena when it comes to cybersecurity because we have the cloud space, so this cloud security that we've got to think about, and we're all using more and more mobile devices, smartphones, iPads. How do you protect yourself in these two arenas, either as a person or a corporation?
So, I mean, I think, you know, protection will depend upon who you are and what level of risk you're willing to tolerate. So probably the first thing to address is cloud computing. Cloud computing really is just is a description of a type of service. So, you know, with that, you will get varying different cloud service providers. You will get some providers who put a lot of investment in security and some that don't do as much. It's down to you to see, you know, how much risk you're willing to tolerate.
Okay, Raj Samani, really good to talk to you. Thank you very much, Steve, for coming in today.